Assalamualaikum. My name is Shakira binti Izamuddin and I would like to present about sea transportation. Sea transportation is moving passengers and cargo across the ocean, seas, and waterways using ship and boats. Sea transportation plays a major role in global trade and logistics. Sea transportation is one of the ways to deliver goods around the world. There are many types of sea transportation, which are coastal shipping, overseas shipping, bulk carriers, container ships, multi-purpose ships, refrigerated ships, tankers, roll-on or roll-off ships, cruise ships, and lastly is ocean liners. Because of the importance of the sea transportation for the world trade, we must understand how it works, the infrastructure and network that support it, the stakeholder that involved, and lastly, the challenges they faces. There are seven characteristics of sea transportation. Firstly, they has a high cargo capacity. They can carry a very large amount of cargo in one ships. Secondly, they are low cost for a long distance transport. Sea transportation is the cheapest way to transport goods over a long distance. Uh, Thirdly, they required a specialized spot and infrastructure. They need deep sea ports, container terminals, dry docks, storage yards, and road or rail connection to deliver these goods. The other characteristic of sea transportation is environmental impact. Sea transportation is more eco-friendly than air transportation, but still can cause marine pollution, ballast water discharge, and emissions. And also, sea transportation is important for international trade because they support global shippings and connects all over the countries. Moreover, multimodal nature because sea transportation often combine with road and rail transport to move goods from ports to their finest destinations. And lastly is slow transit time because sea transportation is lower than air and land transport. So in sea transportation, they have advantages and also disadvantages. For the advantages, sea transportation is cost effective for heavy and bulk goods. For example, like palm oil, rubber, steel, and also grain. Uh, Another advantages is sea transportation has a high carrying capacity because large ships can transport thousand of containers in one trip. And lastly, sea transportation is more environmentally friendly per ton kilometer compared to air and land transportation. So for the disadvantages of sea transportation is slow transit time because they can take days or weeks to arrive to the port, and this transportation is not suitable for urgent deliveries. Another disadvantages is sea transportation can face delays due to weather, storm, high tides, or port congestions. And lastly is the risk of piracy and marine hazard, especially in areas like the Strait of Malacca and Gulf of Aden. So for this slide is about infrastructure and networks that being involved in sea transportation. Firstly is about major global shipping routes. There are 5 routes that being used around the world. Firstly is Asia Europe route, which is Suez Canal. This route is connects the Mediterranean Sea and the Red Sea. Second is Trans Pacific route. This route is connects Asia to North America. And then is transatlantic route. This route is connects North America to Europe. And then another major global shipping route is Cape Route, known as Cape of Good Hope. This route is connects the Atlantic and Indian Oceans around the southern Africa. And lastly is Strait of Malacca. This is the one of the busiest route, shorter path between the Pacific and Indian Oceans. Secondly is major global ports. There are five ports around the world, which are Port of Shanghai in China, Port of Singapore, Port of Rotterdam in Netherlands, Port of Los Angeles in USA, and lastly is Port of Dubai in UAE. Other than that is inland waterways. These include rivers, canals, and lakes used by barges and small vessels. This support the movement of goods and passenger within a country. This inland waterland is transport of various goods, which are dry bulk, liquid bulk, containers, and urban logistic cargo. River Information Service (RIS) is help in navigation, traffic control, and also safety. Lastly is the type of cargo in inland waterland. Firstly is dry bulk. Dry bulk is include minerals, coal, construction materials, and grain. Secondly is liquid bulk. This is include petroleum, chemicals, and crude oil. For break bulk, this include big items like log, steel pipes, or equipment. Another type of cargo is urban logistic. This cargo is include parcels, food, and beverage for city delivery. And lastly is containerized cargo. These containers is from ocean ships moved by barges inland. So the first policy is Merchant Shipping Ordinance 1952. This policy is rule for ship registration, train crew, and also safety ships. Uh, Another policy is National Shipping and Port Policy. This policy is to improve ports through modernization and also better land transport links. Reverse cabotage policy is allow some foreign ships on domestic routes, especially on Sabah and Sarawak. Another policy is Green Port Initiative. This policy is to promote eco-friendly ports, low emissions, and also digital system. Lastly, the policy that being used in Malaysia Maritime is National Transport Policy 2019 until 2050. This policy is to upgrade port infrastructure, support digitalization, and also improve road and rail port connections. Several stakeholders that involved in sea transportation. Firstly is a government agency. In government agency has Ministry of Transport. Ministry of Transport is to create policies and also manage maritime infrastructure. And Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency. This agency is to handle maritime security, patrols, and also search and rescue. So for other stakeholder, in this stakeholder, there are several people that involved, which are academic researchers, bank and insurance companies, maritime organization, general public. For the general public is a consumer who depends on import and export goods. So the last stakeholder in that involved in sea transportation is private sector. In private sector has port operators, which is Westport and Northports. This sector is to manage and run ports facility. And another private sector is shipping lines. For example, MISC Berhad. This company is to operate the ships and transport goods. Another private sector is shippers and consignors. This company that send and receive the goods. Lastly is logistic providers. These companies is to manage freight, forwarding and supply chains activities. So the case study that I choose is about Port Klang. Port Klang is the busiest port in Malaysia and also the key hub in Southeast Asia. It has strong facilities and good road and rails that connect Malaysia to many countries. Government agency, the port authority, shipping company, and also logistic operators work together to keep goods move safely and smoothly. This port face many challenges like congestion, weather delays, and also environmental problems. To solve this problem, digital system and stricter rules are being used. Good cooperation helps the port run smoothly and support Malaysia rules in global trade. So, in conclusion, the sea transportation is important because it can move goods safely and cheaply over a long distance destination. Good ports, roads, and also facilities can help the system run smoothly. Although there are issues like delay, pollutions, and safety risks, but they can be managed if everyone is work together to manage this problem. And lastly, government agencies, shipping companies, consumer, and also environmental groups all help to make sure sea transport is safe, efficient, and ready for the future use.